To anyone who saw my first Dexter video, I apologize because originally I had recorded the video December 2024 and I hadn't got around to editing it until January 2025, which in hindsight is kind of crazy, I know, but that's just what ended up happening. I wasn't really aware of Dexter Original Sin either until that video too, which does actually tie into New Blood, which is fucking crazy. But today we have some updated recent rumors that I did do my proper research on this time, and we got some interesting updates for the Dexterverse, like some actor deals, whether or not there will be multiple seasons for Dexter Resurrection and Original Sin. So yeah, anything not confirmed by Showtime or Paramount Plus is to be taken with a grain of salt. Make sure you stay till the end so you don't miss any of the above we will be discussing in today's video. Now with that out of the way, lock in and listen. So first let's start off with the most recent, like, official stuff, then we will get into the rumors and such. January 17th, the Dexter Twitter account posted a video of Michael C. Hall pretty much saying, hey, we're starting Dexter Resurrection. He was on set or whatever, or like doing production, whatever. And he said, I'm glad to be on this ride. Can't wait for you guys to join the ride with us. So that's exciting. Next, oh, this is older, but I just haven't went over it. David Zayas, James Remar, and Jack Alcott are all back, playing their respective roles as Batista, Harry Morgan, and Harrison. That's pretty interesting. To my knowledge, I don't believe it's 100% confirmed where Resurrection is going to take place, but we do have a clue based off a confirmed casting, which we will go over in a second, and as well, it would be a decent educated guess to assume New York City, considering that's where Dexter New Blood ended, and in Dexter Original Sin, for those who haven't watched Dexter Original Sin or started watching it, I'm spoiling the beginning of that, so be warned, skip like 20 seconds ahead or something, I don't know. But in Original Sin, where Dexter is taken to a hospital and revived in New York as well, so probably New York is where this will be taking place, which will be pretty interesting. But I don't know about the whole thing with Batista, since he's captain of Miami Metro. He's gonna stay in New York, or like, what's that deal gonna be? But let's actually talk about that casting clue. So it was announced a day ago at the time I'm recording this that Uma Thurman is a part of the Dexter Resurrection cast. She's casted to play a character named Charlie, who works as the head of security for a billionaire named Leon Prater. Now, just to go over real quick the clue I was talking about in the video of her announced casting, the Dexter Twitter account posted, it's a video of the inside of a New York subway train thing. If you couldn't tell, I'm not from New York. But it says Dexter cast reveal, and seat says Charlie, played by Uma Thurman, and pretty much the clue of it taking place in New York is the New York subway or whatever. Deadline, a pretty credible news outlet, did also release an article pretty much going over her casting for Dexter Resurrection, but also gave some background on her character, saying pretty much that she's a former special ops officer. Charlie worked various high-level private security jobs before taking on her position as the resourceful, meticulous right-hand woman for Prater. So that's interesting, that's cool to know. But while we are on the topic of Uma Thurman, Daniel RPK, highly credible industry scooper, he did say back in December 2024 that she was offered this role to be Charlie, who works as a fixer for the bad guy. To my knowledge, the villain cast isn't confirmed, I think, although I could be wrong, but from my understanding, I think it's Peter Dinklage, right? And it sounds like Leon Prater is the villain. Everything there checks out besides the fixer part, unless I'm misinterpreting something or missing something, because Charlie is confirmed to be head of security, so I don't know what fixer means. But pretty much Charlie's working as the head of security for Leon Prater, played by Peter Dinklage, who was the villain of the season, it sounds like. Speaking of Peter Dinklage and Daniel RPK did say in the beginning of this January that Peter Dinklage, who's playing the bad guy, as a one-year deal. Same for Charlie, so they will only be in the show for this season, which does make sense considering most villains are one season off villains in the Dexter franchise. Oh wait, I just realized it. Yeah, he pretty much just confirmed it. In the same scoop though, he did also mention that Showtime wants Resurrection to have multiple seasons. This will tie into the next scoop from Daniel RPK that we're about to go over in just a second, but for those who don't know, because personally I didn't know until I went to make this video, but it was announced at Comic-Con back in July 2024 that Resurrection is set to premiere this upcoming summer, June 2025. So that's exciting. On to the next rumor though from RPK. This is the most confusing but exciting rumor. Pretty much RPK said yesterday, as of the day I'm recording this, January 22nd, that both Original Sin and Resurrection are planned to run for multiple seasons. Now, I say that's confusing and exciting because honestly, in my opinion, Original hasn't even ended yet. Obviously, you know, it's still premiering. Currently only 6 episodes are out. I believe there's supposed to be 10 if I'm not mistaken. Original Sin though is great so far, but how many seasons could they possibly do of young Dexter until it's supposed to lead into into the original Dexter series, you know what I mean? I could see a max of maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Actually thinking about it now, yeah, like I think it would be okay to see obviously this first season of Original Sin, then a season where eventually Harry dies and Dexter and Deb mourn through the loss throughout the season. Then the next season is them blooming into the slightly older adult versions we met in the original Dexter series. I think that would be good. So pretty much 3 seasons I think would be like the max for Original Sin. Past 3 seasons, I don't see a point of that continuing further personally. Now, as far as Resurrection, I'm all in for that. I think pretty much everybody in the Dexter community is down for that as long as they try to keep the ideas fresh and whatnot. But I think since it's likely taking place in New York, that alone will make most of the difference versus Miami, Florida. I mean, think about it. Dexter pretty much had his serial killer career planned out from the jump in a way, as far as his routine of like stalking, killing, throwing them on his boat, taking them out to the ocean. But now what will he or Harrison do? Because it's New York, assumingly the inner city part of New York, like Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, those areas. It's very close quarters. I'm sure there's a lot of cameras over there. I imagine shit like that. So I think this will be super interesting to see Dexter adapt to a new environment. We seen him adapt in New Blood and that didn't go as well for him clearly. So I'm super excited to see where they take this franchise, especially the relationship between Harrison and Dexter. I wonder how that will go. Speaking of Harrison, here's a set photo of Jack in New York, Manhattan on set for Dexter Resurrection dressed up as Harrison. Actually, yeah, I'd pretty much say like this shit's gonna take place in like the inner city New York. So that's cool. But yeah, I want to hear your opinion. So with that being said, make sure to comment down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out every day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel, I like to talk about confirmations, rumors, leaks regarding Spider-Man media and whatever else I feel like covering. If this video does decent, I'll do some more Dexter content for sure. So if that's your vibe, subscribe, help us get to 6K. Don't forget to like the video and to check out my last upload at the top left. Hope you ever had a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.